Hi, I'm Rusty Komori, and this is Beyond the Lines on ThinkTech Hawaii. I was the head coach of the Punahou School boys varsity tennis team for 22 years, and we were fortunate to win 22 consecutive state championships. This show is based on my books, Beyond the Lines and Beyond the Game, and it's about leadership, character, and creating a superior culture of excellence. My special guest today is the CEO of JPG Hawaii and JPG Media. He is Jean-Paul Gedeon, and today we are going beyond advertising. Hey, Jean-Paul, welcome to Beyond the Lines.
Rusty, thanks for having me. Truly appreciate it.
Jean-Paul, you and your team have been doing such incredible work. I'm so excited to have you here. But can you please first share a bit about your background?
Yeah, my name is Jean-Paul Gedeon. I'm born and raised here in Hawaii. Grew up in Hawaii Kai. Went the public school route from Kamilowiki, Niu Valley, Kaiser High, to KCC. And we grew up near Sandy Beach in Queensgate, gated community. And that pretty much started the journey, our entrepreneurial journey. And I work with three of my brothers. There's four boys. It's Joe is the oldest, Mark, Jean-Paul, and Brandon Gedeon, the Gedeon Golden Boys.
Oh, Jean-Paul, what makes you guys, I mean, you and your brothers, you guys make such a great team. Why do you guys make such a great team together?
Our parents raised us right. They let us have freedom. Growing up in Hawaii Kai, our backyard was the golf course, Hawaii Kai golf course. So we had all the freedom to go and play because the golf course was fenced in. So we didn't really make it out to the streets. But, we did a lot of fighting and when we're growing up and, testing each other, how a young pack of wolves would, young pack of lions. But we know each other's strengths and we support each other's weaknesses and we bring a unique ability to the team. And we all want to succeed. So if we can succeed together, that's the dream. That's the dream.
Oh. And Jean-Paul, I met your brothers. They're all such great guys. And can you explain what JPG Hawaii and JPG Media are?
Absolutely. So when you take a bird's eye view and you look down on what JPG as an organization is, JPG Hawaii is how we started 23 years ago as a full service. It's grown into a full service graphic design, printing, and graphic installation company. So we're doing trade shows, of course, all the time. We've expanded our company to have a whole out-of-home advertising media component, meaning we partner with all the Aloha gas stations, all of the Hele gas stations, all of the Times Supermarket and Don Quixote's, Coca Marina Hawaii Kai Town Center shopping malls, and Speedy Shuttles to offer advertising and sponsorship opportunities on all of these properties, whether it's exterior of Speedy's vans, or it's in the malls where you see big ads on directories or walls, or in Times Supermarket, you'll see us at the grocery checkout, or at the pump tops at Aloha and Hele, and we have digital screens inside the convenience stores as well. So we are a B2B company, a B2B services company, and we're a resource for businesses to operate and advertise themselves. Does that help define what JPG
that
is?
makes sense.
Yeah.
No, and then you guys do graphic design, printing, advertising, installation. You guys do it all?
Yeah, we're a one-stop shop and we don't do everything. I mean, some people can really do copies better or like graduation banners, birthday banners, and wedding invitations. That's not our sweet spot. What we're producing are what businesses need to operate, whether it's carbon copy forms or hotels need 50,000 water bottles and tote bags for their guest incentives, or Aloha Gas needs new ceiling tiles and lightings and interior and exterior signage. That's where we really shine, is we're working with companies who need a job done. And we're not really working with individuals who need a small project or anniversary, something done. That's more suited to a copy shop. We're really a B2B small business to large business service company.
Well, Jean-Paul, I know that everybody sees your work. They just don't know that they've seen that you guys are the one that does it. One of your clients is McDonald's. Can you tell me about how you guys do the window displays and trailer designs? I mean, that's amazing.
Absolutely. So sometimes we say we're the best kept secret, but this is by design. So with McDonald's, for instance, we work with a mainland agency who handles all the McDonald's nationwide, right? So they'll work with graphics companies who handle the 48 states, right? The US on the contingent US, but they don't have boots on the ground in Hawaii. So we are that white label Hawaii service who, when we're rolling into a project, yeah, we're wearing our JPEG shirts, but we're not promoting to everyone and saying, hey, this is our project, it's only us. We're one component of a team effort that handles this nationwide. So we're the boots on the ground in Hawaii.
No, that makes sense there. And Jean-Paul, I am blown away. I went to Cycle City and they have such beautiful signage. Tell me about that you guys did for Cycle City.
So the whole JN group, right? JN owns Cycle City, they own Velocity. They went through a whole rebrand and marketing effort to really connect with the community and having a refreshed look. This Cycle City, this is off Nimitz. That's actually formed plastic lettering. So it looks like metal. It's all great. I actually designed that myself on the computer in Adobe Illustrator. They needed a sign. We showed it to their interior design team. They said, it's great. So in about a week, we produced it. My brother Mark went down and installed it. It's really being a part of the team that isn't on like a W-2 payroll, but we're really integrated with the team and we're working on projects. So that was really great working direct with JN Group.
Wow. Hey, talented are you there, Jean-Paul?
Hey.
Now, Jean-Paul, I know that you have my books, and I want to know what did you like about the books?
You're putting me on the spot here. Oh my goodness, this is a sales call. No, but truly. So Rusty, we had lunch over at Redfish Poke over at Kaka'ako, and you gifted us with the book. So I skimmed through them, and really I look for ideas that catch my eye, and then I dig deep. I'm not a read a whole thing and go through it, but I selected something that really resonated with me. And last Friday I had a training on this, so it was perfect. It's your key, number 4, courage and conviction. The thing that caught my eye on the page was owning your decisions. I tie that into what we do at our company for our team is owning your experience, owning the experience you want to have in our company and the culture that we created. And if you fit in that, you can thrive. And if you do something great, you own it. If something slips off and it goes wrong, own that, because as long as we can identify it, we can move forward from there. So really, ownership mentality it changes the game.
I love that you mentioned own your decisions, courage and conviction. I mean, that's awesome. And what I love about your company, Jean-Paul, is you strive for that superior culture of excellence that I talk about. Now, what is your culture like with your team members, your employees? Because, I mean, you're a reflection of them, they're a reflection of you, right?
Right. So first, when we meet people, we rarely put out job postings to get people on our team. My team is a team of 8 right now. It's 8 full-time employees, and then we have multiple vendor partners who are subcontractors to us. So the people work directly with us every day. They are sticking to our core values of being nice, we are flexible, we're entrepreneurial, we're positive, and we're team players. Because we have an acronym that we use, and you may have heard it, TEAM, TEAM. Together, everybody achieves more. Together, everybody achieves more. Team, that's the definition we use for team. And we go around in our 9 a.m. meeting every weekday, and we open with an opening word, something that we're feeling or we're going to strive to, and then we end our meetings with a closing word. This is not just an exercise to roll through, but it actually gives us that interaction with each other. So sometimes we might only talk 1 or 2 other times in the day, but if we start the meeting together, start the day together, it's a great way to kick off that culture of togetherness, being flexible, and knowing what everyone's up to.
I love it, Jean-Paul. And Jean-Paul, some businesses, they might have certain clients, maybe one-time clients. You guys seem to have many repeat clients. What do you focus on when you're dealing with your clients?
We hear it all the time in Hawaii. It's the oldest word we use is relationships, relationships, relationships. With our culture here, really based on tourism, we get a lot of visitors rolling through if you're in hospitality, and we may be serving that visitor, certain type. A lot of our companies that we work with, the businesses and our partners, are local companies, local people, and they have local customers. So being born and raised here, Kama'aina, we understand that importance of relationship. And sure, we do a lot of one-off orders. That's has been the bread and butter for us for many years. But as we find what we're looking at when we go through our numbers, our P&Ls, and our performance, we see that you can say, oh, 20% of our revenue comes from 80% of our clients. So flip that inverse, you're getting 80% of the revenue from 20% of the clients. So how can we forecast out what we're going to make or goals to hit that year? Well, we need to get on contracts with people. So we need to have a deeper relationship and really be part of them and service their company, or else we're really scratching the surface of what is possible in a business. But when we work for years together and integrate ourselves in that team, we know how to better serve them, or at least present them opportunities and solutions to things they might be going through in their jobs in the specific roles.
Yeah, I'm glad you shared that, Jean-Paul, because I believe that's what separates you from your competitors. And what would you say, Jean-Paul, is one or two of the biggest challenges that you deal with as CEO?
If anyone who knows me, they'll probably say, Jean-Paul, you're super positive. You're always looking forward, and what's coming up and what's going on. But what they might not see is I look really internally at my team as a group of individuals who get together to achieve more than they could achieve alone. So I really am feeling a challenge of bringing the right people into the team. That's why we've stayed so small and lean. I mean, we work with a lot of people. There's a lot of people in our projects, but our core is very tight. So very tight knit. So one thing is finding the right people. And I think a lot of companies are going through this now, finding the right staff, the employees who are going to stick with the company and grow with the company. That's a challenge. Another challenge is learning when to say no. I've had a hard time saying no because I always want to just do everything for everyone and take all the jobs that would come in, right? Take the small ones because they could turn into big things, and we still do that. But being more selective and saying no, that's a real challenge I've been having, and I was working on that last Friday. I'm going through training courses on prioritizing.
Oh, that's so good that you said that. And Jean-Paul, through my books that I talk so much about character, and you're somebody that really, I mean, it's really all about character. And when you're hiring employees, is that one of the biggest things you look for?
You just said it perfectly. Is it one of the biggest? It is the biggest. We can't train for attitude, right? And character of a person. We can know pretty much in that first interaction if you're going to be on your best behavior. Now, if we hire someone, 2 weeks later, now that's when a lot of the real character of someone starts coming out. Yeah, character is number one. I mean, you got to have a positive attitude. How you do anything is how you do everything, I've heard. And, just watch. I like to say, if you cut enough corners, you're going to roll downhill. Let's just say it like that.
I like that. Now, Jean-Paul, when I was coaching, my focus with my team was to really identify everybody's strengths. And I really wanted to make all of our strengths stronger. And yeah, along the way, we'll work on some weaknesses, but really everyone that was on my team, they got there because of their strengths. What are your thoughts about that?
Man, I don't want to echo like I agree with you on everything, but and that's so true. I mean, it's kind of cliche where people might think that, oh, we got to improve our weaknesses, or when you want to improve yourself and self-improvement. Totally. But we are all grown and raised and born. We earn this, but we have a unique ability. Everyone has that unique something. Me, it's the gift of gab. I can talk to anyone about anything most times and be positive about it. There's some people who are so analytical and really can just dissect a math equation or a business and categorize it and just, oh my goodness, more than me, right? So really focusing on the strengths like a superpower. If you have superpowers, lean in on those superpowers because they can get stronger. And we put people in the right roles. So the right people in the right seats on the bus, right? So I want to talk about the strengths of my brothers. We all have unique abilities and we're all different. But together, like Captain Planet, with our powers combined, you make a difference. And we focus on the strengths and we try and help the weaknesses, but we don't spend all of our time on the weaknesses. We put people in a position to thrive and to grow.
Yeah, totally agree. And Jean-Paul, I want to ask you a little bit about taking risks, because I always say, and you know in the books, that no successful person or company or team can be complacent. You always have to take calculated risks to try to be better. I always say risk promotes growth. What are your thoughts about taking risks?
My whole life has been taking risks because what do you have to lose, right? Around 17, I didn't have really much to lose as far as, growing up in Hawaii and Hawaii Kai, times are great, but also, things can happen to your family. And let's just say we lost a lot. We lost it all. So I didn't have much to lose. I wrote a song about it. It's just, it says, hit the ground running, had to quickly make some moves, didn't really have a plan, but I knew what I had to do. Bootstrap from the ground up, turn your sound up, making something out of nothing, keep stacking pounds up. Brought my brothers with me because we need to be free. Now they see what I see, all we need to achieve. The keys are overseas, and for me, it's a breeze. Agreed it's the machine and a dream with a team. So there's levels to this game and the fame on the chain. We ain't came all the way in this game to stay the same.
Whoa, I never knew you could rap.
Most people don't know, but I can kick a flow, man. I got songs on YouTube. Just look up Jean-Paul, just jeanpaul.com, JEAN-PAUL.com. Takes to
Jean-Paul, you're multi-talented. I mean,
you didn't know that, Rusty. I was going to surprise you.
Oh, I love that. And Jean-Paul, during COVID, there's a lot of businesses that closed, obviously. But there's a lot of businesses that had to adapt and adjust and find a way to succeed. What did you guys do to adapt and adjust your business to find a way to get through COVID?
We took a real clear step to this. I remember like it was yesterday because we had just started implementing the entrepreneurial operating system called Traction. So that's why we started our 9 a.m. meetings every day. So we were already doing this, having meetings, so we knew what was going on. We work with a lot of suppliers overseas. So companies in China, they kind of told us what we could probably expect, in December and January. They were kind of foreshadowing what's going to happen. We didn't take it lightly. So because Joe, our brother, he really focused on our product sourcing and promotional products division, which is really logistics, finding a product, shipping it, and distributing it. We already had a supply chain in place to bring in. We were already bringing in hand sanitizer as promotional products and for trade shows, because we'd give it out to people, everyone's shaking hands, right? It was just a promotional thing. We called them up and they were out in China. They were out. So Royal Hawaiian Hotel wanted some and we couldn't get any. So we said, hey, wait a minute. We have the supply chain. The supply chain's broken. Let's bridge the gap of the supply chain. And like many businesses, we started bringing in PPE. It was already a business product that companies need. We're already supplying that. So it fit very perfect into bridging that gap. Pacific Edge gave us the Pivot of the Year award because we were able to turn something that was very hard to get into a constant stream. And Civil Beat ran an article on us and our phone just did not stop blowing up from all the largest companies in Hawaii. It was crazy. It's like you never expect that to happen to you, but it happened to us and we kept up with it. And that was a big part of it. And signs, banners, we're open, all of that stuff was there. But really, you'd be surprised how many companies were actually during their downtime. People didn't really talk about this, but they were renovating the interior of their businesses. So we were doing renovations for companies inside their retail locations. So they were getting ready for when you got to use your staff, so they would continue to use them. Anyway, it turned out well, and we've maintained relationships with clients that we've brought on during that time.
Oh, that's so good to hear. Yeah, I mean, what I try to do when I'm training executives or training companies, one of the big things I focus on is how do you turn obstacles into opportunities? And it's a mindset. And you can look at things in a positive way or a negative way. It's the same amount of energy either way. But, there's going to be emergencies that's going to happen. There's going to be things, unforeseen situations that'll happen, but you have to be ready for it. Right, Jean-Paul?
Absolutely. They say, the harder I work, the luckier I get. But it's so true.
I totally
didn't make
agree.
that quote up, but it really is relevant in our everyday lives.
Yeah. Jean-Paul, I want to get back to some of the work that you guys have done because it's truly amazing. Burberry is one of your clients. I've seen such a nice design display from Burberry. Can you tell me about that?
Absolutely. So I believe this was at the duty free in the airport, and in different department stores, they generally have a national team come through. They do the build outs, but when it comes to repair or changing out graphics, flying things in from the mainland, flying people to do that just doesn't make sense. So this is another case of working with larger printing companies or agencies who handle procurement, and they look for local partners, boots on the ground, and that's where we come in.
Wow. And
Yeah, we go ahead and
Jean-Paul,
do the printing and installations and logistics about it. Yeah.
no, it looks fantastic. I mean, that's a great display. And I was walking at Ala Moana Shopping Center, and I'm walking by Longines, and I see a window display. And can you tell me about that you guys did?
Yes, so the one you have right there has a picture of a man, and he's showing his watch. Longines it's a lovely watch company. It's very high end, sophisticated brand. That's probably number 10 that we've changed out Windows displays for them. We find different opportunities through working with our mall partners or agencies or brands direct. The best opportunity for companies to market their products is either with their storefronts or wrapping their vehicles that are on the road, because this is not an investment into media where you're spending advertising dollars. More, this is you're spending marketing dollars on your own assets. So we found a niche working with, Burberry, Longines, Zara, Louis Vuitton, Ray-Ban, Quicksilver, Freaky Tiki, all these brands that we know every day, that we had a dream board that we wanted to work with luxury brands and establish ourselves as a quality company that works with the best of the best. And we do a dream board every year for my company as a team. And it starts to come true. Like, what you focus on truly is attracted to you. So we were focusing on that, and the opportunity started coming. And that's the story how the storefront displays came about.
Wow. And you mentioned about vehicle wraps, and
Yeah.
I saw one of the buses for the Polynesian Cultural Center. Can you tell me about that beautiful bus wrap that you guys did?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the most iconic vehicles, I would say, growing up in Hawaii is a Roberts Hawaii bus and a Polynesian Cultural Center wrap. You could always see these so busy on the streets of Waikiki or on the freeway. So we were able to wrap 5 of these buses with their different themes. They didn't all look the same. They all represented different islands like Hawaii, Tonga, Samoa, Tahiti. And we're part of American Advertising Federation. That's AAF. They have an AAF Hawaii chapter here, and we're very active and involved there. We do sponsorships, and we're members. When the opportunity came up with one of the members over there from Element 8, that's Jerry Blue, I was walking downtown. He said, "Hey, the company that was doing our bus wraps is, not returning my call, and I think they're going out of business. Would you like to bid on this project?" I said, "Yeah, Jerry, I would love to bid on it." So we got him the estimate that day, and the wraps went up a short time later. And it's been one of those things we wanted to do as kids, was work with McDonald's, those huge trailers. We just wanted to go big. A friend of ours, he said, "Go big. If you're going to go big." And he's a competitor. but he told me that. So we stepped up to the plate and did it. And, I just had breakfast with him the other week, and he gave us a lot of respect for doing that.
Well, Jean-Paul, you guys definitely go big. And Jean-Paul, I saw the large window banner at the Honolulu Convention Center. I mean, that's amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. How long does it take for you guys to put something like that together?
If I told you I'd have to kill you, I can't give away the whole secret. Rusty, you're killing me here, man. I'm telling you all these secrets of who we're working with. Okay, but honestly, that's made of fabric. That's a fabric banner, right? And we could roll it up, we could fold it up, put it in a little box. We put a pole at the top, and they have a rig, goes bzzz, pulls it up. It goes up relatively quick. And that's probably about maybe the 15th one we've done. You can see it right now if you drive by the convention center, Nahoku, and they're going ahead and having concerts at the convention center. So we sponsor the banners and the window displays and do the production, and their team hangs it. It's a good partnership to work with the city and the state and the government that we've been working to. I had the clients who they know us, they like us, they trust us. And I love doing a good job and seeing our work out there. It's a pat on the back every time.
Oh, it's first class, Jean-Paul. And you guys also do like pop-up tents as well for many people and businesses, right?
Absolutely. We're in Hawaii. The weather is perfect for a tent. It's sunny or it's rainy, you got it. Yes, this is one of the paddling tents right here. This is a 20-foot wide tent. If you're at any games, farmers markets, sporting events, or alcohol promotions, a lot of them with alcohol brands, chances are we have done their tent. Maybe I wouldn't say half of them, but nearly about that, because I know who's making them, right? It's fun.
And Jean-Paul, one more thing. I didn't know that you guys also do like frosted etched glass designs as well.
I want to say we do it all, Rusty. I really do. I really, really do. But so they're at JN, when they were redoing their office space, they built out brand new glass offices. So you can get privacy with them, right? But for a fraction of the cost of real etched glass, this is etched glass and vinyl. So you put some of their core values, and innovate was one of them. I mean, JN is super innovative. The properties, the brands they carry. Working with a brand like that gave us the opportunity to express ourselves within their culture.
Oh, for sure. They are first class.
I got to give a shout out to Wall to Wall Studios. They really did the majority of that rebrand, and they brought us in on the project. So Bernard and Jen Tanabe at the time over there, they brought us on board for that project. So I was very, very happy to work with them.
Jean-Paul, what gives you fulfillment?
If you asked me 4 years ago, before my daughters were born, and 6 years ago before I met my wife, I honestly would have said work and surfing at China Walls, and working, and then watching the sunset every night at China Walls while I'm in the water. That was fulfillment. That was it. And as I've come higher in my career, and now I have a family of 2 daughters, fulfillment is family. Fulfillment is family and happiness. By being able to, financially provide for them, as well as my team members here, my employees, my business partners and brothers. At the end of the day, why are we doing this? Why are we even going to work? Because we want to have a fulfilling life where we get to work hard and strive to something that ties in with our family life at home. You got to be right at home and have a foundation to grow on and thrive. So my girls, I'm all about. I'm a girl daddy right here. I want women empowerment. Like, they're awesome. My wife is an amazing woman. So they're raised in the right place. It fulfills me to see my children grow and to love art. They love to draw and paint. They're just artists. They're characters. I love it.
They're talented like you, Jean-Paul. And Jean-Paul, I really want to thank you for taking time to be on the show today. I mean, you sharing your insights, you're definitely a fantastic leader, but more importantly, a man of great character. Really want to thank you for joining me on the show today.
Rusty, we're going to have lunch again. And last time I treated you, so I think maybe we're going to have another time. I'll treat you again because you brought me on the show. It's always a fun time to talk to you. You inspire me, and I'm thrilled that, you also connected with our friend Ryan Tanaka. Let's give a shout out to Ryan here. he was a huge part in helping everyone out, and continues to do so. So, man, being the glue and the pieces that come together, that's why I love Hawaii. Good people, you've got a great show, you've got a great career, and you're helping a lot of people. Thank you.
Thanks, Jean-Paul. And thank you for watching Beyond the Lines on ThinkTech Hawaii. For more information, please visit rustykomori.com, and my books are available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. I hope that Jean-Paul and I will inspire you to create your own superior culture of excellence and to find your greatness and help others find theirs. Aloha.
Thank you so much for watching ThinkTech Hawaii. If you like what we do, please like us and click the subscribe button on YouTube and the follow button on Vimeo. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and donate to us at thinktechhawaii.com. Mahalo.